Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. What is going on? How's everybody's Sunday going? How's everybody's weekend going? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. What is going on, folks? How is your Sunday going? How is your weekend going? Hopefully, you all did something fun. Hopefully, you're all having a fun weekend. It is the last game before the All-Star break. It's going to be the Yankees and Cubs. So let's see what happens tonight or this afternoon. The game will be played here in about an hour. So how is everybody doing? How are you all feeling? Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. What is up, folks? How are we feeling? Let us say what up to the chat. Welcome, first in the building. What is up, Katie? What is up? Brooklyn's in the house. What up, Susan? How's it going? Who else we got in the chat? We got Cynical in the chat. What up, man? What's going on? Like, good to see you. We got Nosebleed section. What is up? Desiree's in the building. What up? How you doing, Desiree? How you feeling? How you all feeling? We got Chua in the building. What is up? Who else? And Celia's in the building. What is up? How are you? Dev Finch is in the building. What's up? Infernus is in the building. What is up, bro? How are you? Nice and early for you there, Infernus. You must have gone on a run or something. You probably went on like a 5-mile run. He's getting ready for his fight. That's what's going on here. What up, man? What is up? What is up? Yeah. So. Oh man, the lineup. We'll talk about the lineup here momentarily. What's up, Jasmine? How are you? Good to see you there, Jasmine. So the lineup this afternoon. Am I shocked a little bit? Is it a bad lineup? Like, it's not necessarily a bad lineup, but it's some of that musical chairs. But in terms of yesterday's game, I mean, yesterday's game sucked. Unfortunately, Max Fried was, he left the game with a blister, hence the reason why he struggled off the mound, and the Yankees bats just couldn't get anything going. Matthew Boyd pitched a good game against the Yankees. They tried making a little bit of noise in the bottom of the ninth on that 2-run home run by Judge, but it was just too late. But now we're looking at today's game. Can the Yankees go for the series win, or they will go for the series win? Will they get the series win? That's a different question. All right. The matchup is not going to be easy. The Cubs are going to have Shota Imanaga on the mound. He's another lefty pitcher. So, it's going to be another challenge for the Yankees. I don't believe the Yankees ever faced Shota Imanaga. I don't recall. So I'll check that here momentarily. But we'll see how Will Warren pitches, right? Will Warren's on the mound for the Cubs or for the Yankees. Warren has done pretty well this season, right? I know some games he's hasn't looked good, but again, growing pains. But let's see how he does against the Cubs. I think it's his first career start against the Cubs, I want to say. I'm going to check that right now, actually. Yeah, it's going to be his first career start against the Cubs. And, for the Yankees, you only had a couple of guys that faced Shota Imanaga. And that was Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Paul Goldschmidt. Makes perfect sense, right? Jazz Chisholm was a member of the Marlins. He's only had 3 at-bats against him with an RBI, batting .333, small sample size. Goldschmidt, though, being playing for the Cardinals last season, they got to see each other quite a bit since they're in the same division. Paul Goldschmidt has had 7 at-bats with a .429 batting average. Now, listen, Goldschmidt, just a sneak peek. He is leading off, and he does hit left-handed pitching very well. Let's see how he does against Imanaga today. Imanaga is 5-3 with a 2.80 ERA. Will Warren is 6-4 with a 4.70 ERA with 111 strikeouts. Imanaga has 42. Imanaga I believe he was hurt. He did miss some time, so I believe he was injured earlier in the season. And I see Steve Schumann, Lou in the building. Jeffy's in the building. What's up there, folks? Thanks for joining in there, gentlemen. How we doing? Let's check out Shotei Imanaga's Baseball Savant. I forgot to bring that up this morning. Get it ready for you all. Let's see what he pitches mostly. But let me put this up on the screen so y'all can check it out. Here we go. Yeah, let me just make sure y'all could see that, hopefully. But here we go, folks. Here we go. So, yeah, it looks like he has 4 pitches that he throws. Just trying to make this full screen, so make this a little closer so y'all could see it. But it looks like he's got, 4 pitches that he throws: a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, sweeper, and a curve. Looks like the fastball is what he uses the most. He uses that about 50% of the time. Splitter about 36%. Sweeper is 11%. Curveball 3% of the time. Based on the numbers, I mean, the Yankees should be able to hit off of him, right? Because his fastball averages, it looks like it's about 90.9. So he is below average amongst left-handed pitchers. His splitter is also, below average compared to all the left-handed pitchers. Same thing with his sweeper, not by much with his sweeper. And then his curveball is definitely way below average as well. So as far as his value, though, goes, his pitching run value is, above average. Breaking run value, it's just a little above average. Off-speed run value is great, is what their Baseball Savant is saying. His whiff is at 42%. His chase, though, is really good. His chase percentage is at 85. So K rate is down, right? His walk rate is up. So it looks like he does walk a lot of batters. So this is where, based on this, the Yankees bats need to show a lot of patience here. So what's up, James? How's it going? And the splitter is what I would worry about, is what Steve Schumann is saying. Yeah, I would say that too. I would be worried about the splitter. I think he's going to throw that splitter a lot, but you better believe he's going to. You better believe that the fastball is going to be throwing a lot as well. But yeah, the Yankees are going to have to be ready for his splitter. I think he's going to throw a lot of that. So let's see how things turn out. What up, Chef? We got the Chef in the building. What is up? Shout out to the Chef. But those are, some of your. Those are just some things to look forward to when it comes to Shotei Imanaga. Let me take this off the screen. I think Will Warren will actually have a good outing. I think he'll pitch well against the Cubs. I'm not sleeping on the Cubs, really. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not sleeping on them. They got an awesome lineup. They got a good lineup. But I think Warren can handle them. Warren's fastball is really good too. He's been throwing a lot. He's been throwing that fastball quite a bit, and he's been really pinpointing in the strike zone and fooling batters with it. Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing? How you doing? What is going on? How you doing? Shout out to Cold Italian Pizza. What's going on, man? But let's go over the lineup for both teams. Let's see what we think about the lineup. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of criticism when it comes to the lineup. We're going to show the lineup for both teams. Where are you? Here we go. I had it just a minute ago. There it is. And we'll get into the predictions. As always. So here's your starting lineup here, folks. So for the Cubs, you have Bush, Tucker, Suzuki, Pete Crow Armstrong, Kelly, Happ, Swanson, Horner, Braun. So pretty much the same lineup, except you see Braun in the lineup. Imanaga's pitching for the Cubs. And he's never pitched against the Yankees, so this is the first time Yankees are facing him, except for Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Paul Goldschmidt. And then the starting lineup is Goldschmidt, Bellinger, Judge, Stanton, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Jason Dominguez, Austin Wells, Oswald Peraza, Will Warren, folks. So is on the mound. So how do we feel about the lineup? Talk about the lineup real quick. Biggest thing for Will is to have an easy first inning without throwing. Yeah, that's been one of his downfalls, right? Is having too many pitches in the first inning. He has a hard time, getting out of that first inning. But the thing about Warren, after the first inning struggles, once he gets to the first inning, and if he has struggled, he does tend to bounce back pretty good. Comes out in the second inning a lot better. But hopefully, the first inning. I mean, ideally, I would love for him to go 1, 2, 3, but it'll be a little tough with this lineup. But it could happen. All right. Celia is saying the only thing she would change is switching Goldie and Dominguez. Well, again, Goldie is leading because of a left-handed pitcher. So, as we all know, Goldschmidt hits left-handed pitching well. But Dominguez batting behind Jazz. I get it. You know what I mean? At least it's not Volpe, but Volpe should be batting eighth. That's all I'm going to say about this lineup. Volpe should be batting eighth. I think Wells should be batting ahead of him. Wells has actually been having better at bats as of late. So, we'll see what happens. And Jasmine D is crying over Volpe and Peraza. I get it. James says, I think Judge to hit Imanaga's first pitch. Judge has been getting behind counts all series. Umps do not know his strike zone still. They never will. Umps don't know the strike zone in general. What's up, Jonathan? He says, I like that Dominguez is playing. Yeah, you and me both. Who else we got? Lou is saying he would switch Wells and Volpe. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Should be at least second. Bellinger batting behind Judge. Volpe should be eighth or ninth for sure. I understand. But Wells should be above Volpe 100%. But, then the 8 or 9 becomes weak. But if you put Volpe, Peraza back to back, and it's that whole righty lefty thing, you know what I mean? But I'm not really caring about the righty lefty thing. You got to put the best guys in the best position. You know what I mean? But, again, this is the lineup here, folks. It is what it is, whether we like it or not. Rodney's saying Volpe should be ninth for sure. Like I said, he should be batting eighth. Who else are you going to put in there? Are we missing DJ LeMahieu or what? Is anybody missing DJ LeMahieu now? I'll ask you all real quick. But what's your question there, Chua? What's your question? Oh, snap. And Rodney with the gifted membership. You are the man, bro. He just gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Who is the recipient of that membership? It is Egyptian Magician is the recipient of that gifted membership. So congratulations. But thank you so much, bro. James says DJ who? Yeah, exactly. DJ will do better on a different team. Apparently, there's teams interested in him, so I hope things work out for him on a different team. And I do kind of, but he has no defensive range anymore. DJ, no, he doesn't. Unfortunately, Rockies picked up DJ. I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about that. I didn't see the news on that. Susan says she prefers DJ to Peraza, but I'm not the manager. Well, a lot of people complained about DJ, and he's gone now. Fans got their wishes granted. And, well, I don't know. You tell me. Peraza has to go. Jay Snow is saying we need a third baseman. Well, hopefully the Yankees get one. That's gonna help the team. It's gonna be an upgrade. Oh snap! We got Miss 1000 in the building. What up there, Margaret? Not missing LeMahieu. I think there's gonna regret Wells' position. Go Yankees for sure. Michael Yoder. Pick a number between 1 through 12. 5. I was seeing that. Oh, you were seeing that on Facebook? Okay, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, that's interesting. What up, Evan? What's going on there, buddy? What's going on, dude? Good to see you, man. Shout out to all of you, man. The chat's on fire this morning on this awesome Sunday. Oh, Sarge, sir, how are you? Good to see you. Boone has Old Sarge ready to go all caffeine and hate on a Sunday. That's a great Sunday. Why is Dominguez not leading off? I mean, like I said, it's just because there's another lefty on the mound. And there's another lefty on the mound, and that's why Goldschmidt's leading off. And Goldschmidt has experience against Imanaga. But I think it's just more that Goldschmidt hits lefties very well. So, and who's Boone has stated that, I mean, during the offseason about him. What up, Jay Snow? Yeah, Evan, I know. I met Alex and Luca actually like through here. So they popped in, said what's up. They said they liked what I did. So I thought it was pretty cool. But interacted with those guys a little bit on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they're cool guys. Alex has a great opportunity. He just got a gig, so good for him. Congratulations to Alex. It was great jumping on with those guys last night for a short period. It'll be under 9. That's my prediction. Well, yeah, Diamondbacks can play all hardball if that all they want. I don't want the Yankees better not give up a Spencer Jones or a Cam Schlittler. That would be stupid. That would be stupid. But anyway, we'll see. We'll worry about today's game though. Today's games we need to worry about for now. But let's get into these predictions. Let's talk predictions, people. Let's talk predictions. How do we feel about Will Warren this afternoon? How does Will Warren do this afternoon? Yeah, I'd love for the Yankees to end with a win before the All-Star break. Jay Snow says, let Jones go. For who? That's the question. It better be some high-caliber pitcher, and it better not be a rental. That's all I'm going to say. It better be for like a Paul Skeens. Sorry. All right. Welkin's going 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 5 earned runs. Lou is saying the same thing. 4 innings, 3. He's saying 4 innings as well, but he's saying 3 strikeouts, 4 runs. Celia's going 5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. Okay. Who's KY? And Jasmine is going 6 innings, 4 walks, 2 runs. Yankees turned 2 double plays, 7 strikeouts. So you got hope. You got a high hope for high hopes for Will Warren. Will Warren was very good last time out. Yeah. Not Skeens? I mean, it depends on who you're getting back, dude, because, the Yankees value Spencer Jones. I mean, really, if they didn't, they would have traded him last year either for Corbin Burns or Dylan Cease. And Yankees said no when both teams at the time were asking for him. That being the White Sox and Brewers. Sean is going 6 innings pitched, 2 runs, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Chef Nick is going 7 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched, gives up 2 runs. Desiree, 5 innings, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 3 runs. If Warren can't get into the 6th inning, we're in trouble. Yeah, especially with the bullpen, right? Which, speaking of pitching, Luis Hill he'll be starting his rehab assignment today. So, Yankees have really, really been taking their time with him. He's desperately needed now. So happy the Yankees never traded him in the offseason. I mean, it just goes to show pitching becomes very important in this sport. And, they almost had that trade with the Astros for Kyle Tucker. And I, for one, was not in favor of that trade. I know there were a lot of fans that would have done it. Not me, though. This is where, again, pitching is a premium. Pitching is valuable. Pitching is priceless in the sport. So he is desperately needed back with this beat-up pitching that the Yankees have. But, yeah, I say that Jones is the next Judge and Volpe was supposed to be. Well, dude, you know what? I'm not saying that Jones is going to be the next anybody. I never drank the Kool-Aid on Volpe being the next Jeter. Not this guy. I said let them be the best version of themselves, like you said, and we gotta manage our expectations. It's like let's be reasonable here. Let these guys develop. Let's see what they turn into. All right, and it's not just with Jones. It's not with just Volpe. It could be, Will Warren. It could be Cam Schlittler. It could be Spencer Jones. It could be Dominguez, George Lombard Jr., whoever the Yankees decide to bring up in the future. Let these guys be themselves. I'm not comparing these guys to players of the past. Like, let them be the best versions of themselves. Is it the Yankees, though, Jay Snow, or is it the media? That's my question. I mean, again, I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but I think there's also some media stuff with this too. Some scouts that are overhyping as well. All right. Now, as far as my prediction for Will Warren, with this lineup that he's facing against the Cubs. Yeah, but the Yankees never said that the Dominguez was the next Mickey Mantle. I think that was just fans. So, again, I don't follow those things ever. I don't because, again, I manage my expectations. I can't speak for everybody else. But my prediction for Will Warren, folks, I'm going to go 5 1/3. I'm going to go 5 1/3. I think he'll get 7 strikeouts, believe it or not. I think he'll go 5 1/3, 7 strikeouts. I think the pitch count will be high. By then, 7 strikeouts. I think he issues a couple of walks. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 5 1/3. He gives up, let's call it 3 runs. We'll go 3 runs. So that is my prediction for Will Warren. But if anybody else has any other predictions, go for it. Drop it down in the comments. Don't be shy. All right. But Will Warren, though, that is my prediction for our starting pitcher today. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And yeah, for real, Robert, for real. I mean, again, we could, we got our criticisms on the guy. All right, let's move on to double plays. What do we got for double plays? How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? I think yesterday they only hit into 1, if I'm not mistaken. But what did they do today? Let me know. Drop your double play predictions. Two double plays from Celia, 2 from Desiree, 2 from Jasmine, Volpe, and Peraza. Walken says 2, Volpe and Judge. Yeah, they didn't hit the ball yesterday, period. I mean, they were hitting the ball. They just couldn't score with runners in scoring position, but the hits were down for sure. Robert says good for 2. Sean Browning says 1 double play. They turned 3. Rob Saxon goes 0. Okay. 3 double plays. Volpe, Peraza, Volpe. Oh, my God. Oh, Susan, you always make me laugh with the Volpe bashing. And just so everybody knows, in case you didn't know, Susan's the number 1 Volpe basher of this strike zone community, just so everybody knows. And nobody's going to beat her when it comes to the Volpe bashing. I promise you that. I got the Yankees going. I got the Yankees hitting into 1. Who that is, I don't know. But I think yesterday it was, who was it? Was it Grisham? I think it was Grisham that hit into that double play yesterday. So, but I got the Yankees going 1 though. I got 1 double play, but for the Yankees, and I think the Yankees will turn 1. And Jay Snow saying Volpe's going to be under 200 pretty soon. I mean, he's certainly getting there. I mean, his batting average as of right now is at 216. I mean, it's not great. It's not great, but at least it's not as bad as Peraza's. So I got 1 double play, and he's been yeah. Well, he has been. All right, what do we got for home runs, people? Who's hitting a home run today for the Yankees? What do we got for home runs? Let's see the home run predictions. Judge, Stanton, Bellinger. Trying really hard, positive about Volpe, but he does. Yeah, I know, Susan. I know. Yeah, for real. Jay Snow, Celia. Yeah, Susan says Goldie with a home run. Yeah, I got Celia saying no homers today. Okay, I can respect that. No home runs by Wilkin. I respect that too. So Judge, Stanton, the twin. Okay, so you got Judge and Stanton and Jazz. Okay. I got Goldschmidt. Judge. I think Judge is going to hit 1. You know what? I'm gonna say Giancarlo Stanton. I think Giancarlo Stanton is going to hit 1 too. So Goldschmidt, Stanton, Judge, and I'll do 1 more as a surprise. And you know what? I'm gonna say Austin Wells. That's my sleeper. I'm gonna do a sleeper, and I'm gonna say Austin Wells. Rob says Peraza and Goldschmidt. All right, I like the Peraza prediction there. Judge and Wells by Desiree. Judge and Wells. Okay. Yeah, well, yesterday's lineup, I know not a lot of people were happy with it, but today, this afternoon, there is no Ben Rice, there is no Trent Grisham, so both of those guys are on the bench. Vivas is also on the bench, so I agree. Going if they win the series against the Cubs, that would be a big deal. Going into the All-Star break, that should be a good feeling for them. Going into the All-Star break. And yo, what up, Max? My man Max is in the building. Shout out to you, bro. What's going on, man? How you feeling? How you feeling on the Sunday? You feeling good? Everything good? Feel free to drop any thoughts that you have, Max, because I know you got a lot of them there, sir. What's up, dude? Yeah, no difference between Vivas and Peraza. Well, and it's funny because with Vivas, when he got called up, when he got called up, I mean, I remember fans being so upset when he didn't play, and now when he plays, it's like fans are like, he doesn't hit well. Well, You wanted him to play, but he needs more. He needs more playing time. He needs that experience. So again, managing expectations. Max says he's feeling like a winner. He says the Yankees will get it done. So what's up, man? You and me both there, Welkin. Roderick Pacheco. Oh, snap. You watching from the Philippines? Shout out to the Philippines, man. What is up? Actually, one of our subscribers was actually out there in the Philippines. He was out there for a month, man. He had a really good time, but shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in from the Philippines. Let's go. That's what's up. That's what's up. But shout out to Roderick. How you feeling, man? How you doing? How's life in the Philippines? How's life in the Philippines? But yeah, I don't follow the Major League Baseball draft like that. Actually, there's somebody that messaged me on Twitter asking if I would go live with him during the draft, and I'm gonna try and go live with him for about like 10 or 15 minutes. We're probably gonna talk. I'll probably talk a little Yankees baseball while the draft is happening. I think the Yankees are drafting at the 39th spot, if I'm not mistaken. So curious to see who they get. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a pitcher. I mean, they always go after pitching, but we'll see. Suarez would be nice at third. I would love for Suarez, but I would love for Suarez to be traded to the Yankees. But the Yankees are probably. I mean, if they go after a third baseman, watch it'll be somebody else. And but yeah. Let's get into score predictions, folks. What is today's score going to be? How do we feel about today's score? So it was 11-0 on Friday night, 5-2 yesterday. What do we think today? Low scoring, high scoring. What do we got? Extra innings. Max says, who do you think we would have to trade away to get Suarez? Well, I'll tell you one thing, bro. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not trading Cam Schlittler or Spencer Jones. They're out of their minds if they think that's going to happen. He's purely a rental, bro. He's purely a rental. You're not gonna give up top prospects. In terms of who I think, or it would take to get Eugenio Suarez, and also I will also look into Merrill Kelly too, but I'm just looking at the list now. So Lombard Jr. is their number one. That's a hell no. Spencer Jones is at 2. That's a hell no. Ben Hess is at 3. Bryce Cunningham at 4. Those guys are. I don't think the Yankees are going to give up any like high level pitching. They're not going to give up Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. So maybe you might say. I mean, as far as pitching, what do we got? Just trying to see here. You might say Cade Smith, who's their number 14. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's a guy. Tristan Vierling, number 22. Right? He's another guy potentially. There's also Zach Messenger. He's another guy that maybe the Yankees could give up. Right? A couple of, give up about a few pitchers, a couple of bats. Everson Pereira could play into that. So, there's a few guys. I'm not giving up Lombard Jr. or Cam Schlittler or what's his face, Spencer Jones. There's no way. And yeah, you're saying you're not giving up Jones, Schlittler, or Lombard for a 3. No, no freaking way, man. For 2 rentals, mind you, no way, man. Yeah, Bryce said anyone other than personally, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up anybody in the top 10. I'm not giving up anybody in the top 10. There's no way I'm giving up anybody in the top 10. I'm sorry. Not for rentals. Not for rentals. But who would you give up there, Max? Like who would you give up? You know, you looking at the Yankees prospects. You know, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up top prospect. I'm not going to give up anybody in the top 10. There's no way. There's no way I'm doing that. Anybody from like 11 through 20, sure, why not? Or, 20, 21, 20 through 30, fine. Anybody from the 11 through 30, I would entertain. But I'm not going to give up a big haul. You know what I mean? Lagrange? Yeah, Lagrange is good, man. Lagrange has been doing really good, man. He's been making some waves. You said you don't want to see him go, but you could see him being on the move. Yeah, for sure. I don't think the Yankees are going to give him up, though. I don't see it. I don't see it. There is no player or combination of players the Yankees can trade for that would make them the favorite to win. Yeah, but I'm also not going to trade players just to trade players, man. The Yankee tax is real. Old Sarge saying, keep Jones, Cam, and Lombard and get the best you can with the rest. I can respect that. Arias has Cunningham being valuable pieces. Dude, yeah, Arias, they spend a lot of money on him during the IFA. So I think they value Arias. I mean, Ben Hess, they really value Cunningham. Absolutely, they value. Yankees do a good job of pitching. It's like they value their pitching. They do a good job developing pitching. So they're not going to give up high-level pitching for some rentals. Cunningham, Pereira, Brock Selvage for Suarez and Gallen. I'm saying no to Gallen. Merrill Kelly signed me up. But Selvage could be that guy that could be on the move. But who is not protected in the Rule 5 draft? That's what I want to know. Who's going to be exposed to the Rule 5 draft? So maybe those are guys that Cashman might consider. Yeah, Lagrange. Yeah, Lagrange's been killing it down there in the minors, man. I don't know. I would love for him to continue being in the Yankee system. Yeah, trade Grish and hope for the best. And the Yankees could very well do that while Grish's value is still high. I saw Bill sneak in. What up, Bill? I definitely saw you. Let's get into the score predictions. I did save those. We got Bryce with 7-4, Jasmine with 8-3, Rodney's saying 8-3. Sean Browning is saying 7-3. So, all right. Score prediction. I think I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say 8, 7-5, 7-6, 7-4. No, 7-5. Boom. That's what we're going with. We're going to go 7-5. That's going to be my score prediction. Walken's going 7-3 for the Cubs. Max is saying that's why I think the D-backs are pairing Suarez with a pitcher because they would get more in return since Suarez is a free agent next year. Yeah, he's a free agent after the season. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent after the season. The other thing I'm saying for third base too, there, Max, and tell me what you think about this. I've been talking about this last week. The Nationals, they fired their GM and their manager. Why not look at Ahmed Rosario? I'm sure he could play third base, and he'd be a lot cheaper than Suarez, and he'd purely be a rental. Nah, you're good, Max. I'm glad you asked, dude. I'm glad you asked. So I'm glad you asked, but I just wanted to I'm glad, bro. I wanted to get your 2 cents as well. Do I think the Yankees are keeping Stroman? As of right now, I'm going to say yes. Pitching is thin right now. Unless they get some good pitching back, then he could be on the move, but I can't see it right now. 6-3, 7-2. Everybody going for the Cubs, or not going for the Cubs, but saying that the Cubs are going to win. Yikes. 7-3. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Rosario. I wouldn't mind Ahmed Rosario. He'd be much cheaper. I'd also look at Kyle Finnegan from the Nationals too. I think he would also be a rental as well. Jake is going 10-2. When Hill comes back, Stroman to the bullpen. Either Stroman to the bullpen or, depending on – we know that Cam Schlittler is going to get another start. That's what Aaron Boone said. He looked impressive in his major league debut against the Mariners. Do they send Cam Schlittler back down? That's another – there's a question right there. Yeah, I got you, Walken. I understand. But I think today's score is going to be 7-5. I'll say Yankees, 7-5 Yankees. But that's what I think. Max is adding here. I like Hayes as a pivot from Suarez. He's under contract until 2031. Only making $7 million AAV and has a stellar glove. His offense isn't the best. He's hitting .240, but it would be an upgrade. Yeah, his offense would definitely be an upgrade. It's not – I'm not going to say it's going to be great, but it's better. Yeah, absolutely, from Peraza and Vivas, 100%. He could be a guy that the Yankees could look at. There has been links, apparently, according to reports. I don't know how true that is. But sure, the Yankees can look into somebody like him. It's possible. Michael Garcia and Seth Lugo. Well, so Garcia, doubtful. Lugo, maybe. But I know teams they've been interested in Lugo. Well, baseball is a funny game, Jake. You never know what's going to happen. Did we expect the Yankees to win 11-0 on Friday night? I didn't. But baseball is a funny game. Yeah, Michael Garcia is a no-go. There's no way, especially with his history with the Yankees. If you know, you know. But let's talk food. I know it's still early morning for some of you. For depending on where you are in the world, it could be dinner time, it could be brunch, it could be breakfast, it could be lunch. What are we eating? What are we snacking on? How are we feeling? What are we feeling right now? Yeah, no way, James. They could squash the beef, but what do we got for food, people? What are we munching on? Susan said just finished breakfast. Nice. What was for breakfast? What'd you have? Did you go to IHOP, get some pancakes? Let's drop the food comments, and then we'll end it, and then we'll get. Hopefully, I'll see you all for the play-by-play. Sean Brown is going hamburger. Dunkin' breakfast, nice. Egg and turkey bacon sandwich for Max. Blueberry pancakes. Ooh, that sounds amazing right now. Bagels and cream cheese, nice. Steak and gravy with mashed potatoes, spinach, and cranberry sauce. Oh, man, Bill's going all in. Bill, remind me again, how do you like your steak? I don't remember. That's a serious question, too. Where's Jason Custodio? Chili hot dogs. Is that what are you saying here, Dev? I see hot dogs. Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows for the first time right now. Interesting. Something tells me you're going to enjoy it. Oh, you're a medium well guy. Okay, just like Custodio. All right, so you're team medium well. Oh, man. You already know what kind of steak I like. Everybody knows what kind of steak I like. What else is on the menu, people? What do we got? Medium rare are the only correct answers. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Max. I'm team medium rare, bro. Jake is saying medium rare is the best. Absolutely. Rob says surprisingly pretty good. All right, so that's going to be a new staple in the Saxon household. Fruity Pebbles marshmallows. Medium for ribeyes, medium rare for leaner cuts. Okay, fair enough, Welkin. Team medium for Lou. Potatoes for Jasmine. That's right, Desiree. I like the steaks the right way. You know what I'm talking about. Jose Sanchez says ribeye medium rare. Yo, it's team medium rare, man. It's all about medium rare. I'm sorry. For steaks, it's medium rare. I'm not trying to make enemies. I'm cool with everybody, however you want to eat your steak, but medium rare is the way to go. It's the way to go. Yes, indeed. Rob says medium rare all day. Thank you. Thank you. The only thing that's red that I eat is Twizzlers. Hey, I heard that. A lot of ribeyes have had medium rare. The fat doesn't get rendered, LOL, but each their own. Yeah, to each their own. To each their own. No judgment. No judgment. But to those that don't eat a medium rare, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hard time. Not too bad. And Markinam joining us from Kick. What up? What is up, man? What's up? What's up? How we feeling? How we feeling? But I believe today's game starts at 1:35, if I'm not mistaken. So it's, I think, 1:35. So the game will start in about 15 minutes. I hope to, once again, see all of you there. But I appreciate you all popping in, coming in for the pregame, as always. Every time I set up the pregame and I'm getting ready to go live, and the chat's always on fire before I go live, and I love seeing it. I love seeing it. I love the interaction amongst all of you. So, now everybody's getting to know each other a little bit more. Everybody's interacting. I love it, man. I love this community. So you guys and gals are awesome. But I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for the support as always. But I am going to end the live stream here. I'm going to end the pregame here. That way I can get ready for the play-by-play. So I do appreciate it. Thank you all very much. And Sean Browning's adding medium well is my preferred, but I can eat steak from medium rare to well done. Okay, I respect that, Sean. I respect that. That's cool. But excuse me. But yeah, I'm going to end the pregame here. I hope to see you all for the play-by-play. Come in, say what's up. Hit that subscribe if you're new. If you're watching this for the first time, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Make sure you all hit the like button on the way out if you haven't yet. If you're watching this on a rerun, hit that like button. It does really help out the channel. Keep sharing this channel out, folks. I would greatly appreciate it. I will see you all for the play-by-play. And real quick, too, let me just check and see who the top fans are. Old Sarge says, bring me a live cow. I'll cut it off what I want and ride the rest home. Oh, man. So top three of the chat is Welkin, Desiree, and Jeffy. Those are your top three of the chat. So Welkin, number one. Yeah, for real, Sarge is going all in. He's going all in. But medium well, medium rare. Man, we're gonna have to have a yeah, you too, my friend. You too, Max. Bro, I can't wait to have you on Thursday. I'm gonna have Max and some of the other content creators that I got in touch with. You're all familiar with them. We're gonna grade the New York Yankees. We're gonna grade the players. We're gonna go down the list. We're gonna grade the players. We're also gonna grade the pitching coach, hitting coach, and Aaron Boone. I can't wait to see everybody's grades. You all can join in the chat and and join us. Give us your opinions, what grades you give the players. So I'm looking forward to that. But thank you all again for tuning in. I'll see you all for the play-by-play. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Okay. And what's left of it. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. Thank you all very much. See you all for the play-by-play. And as always, let's go Yankees. We're out.